good morning, good morning. It is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we're all about. We're here live at Full Moon Barbecue in Madison, Mississippi, 1935 Main Street, Madison, Mississippi. Now, I know that we've been away from here for a few minutes, but we're welcome back. Now, we got some exciting things to share with y'all in reference to what's been going on around here in the great states of Mississippi and the city of Jackson. Well, first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to those that definitely helped make this show possible. I want to thank those that helped me put this together more on the road. First and foremost, as y'all know, more and more sports management, nothing but more. For more information, log on to www.mms-management.com to learn more information about what we can do and how we can be able to assist with you too with your event, sponsorship, business, promotion, marketing, all that good stuff dealing with business and getting information out to the community. Talking Sports Live, join us every Wednesday here live at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. Every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Rob J, Jamie Horn, Larry Nix, and myself as we talk sports and just have fun and fellowship and eat barbecue. This is a lot of sports talk with flavor. So join us every Wednesday here at Full Moon from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And if you're unable to make it, you can log on to our social media sites, Talking Sports Live, Facebook, TS Live MS, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're unable to catch those, you can tune in to 35 The Loop, local stations here in the Jackson Metro Market area at 10 p.m. Sunday nights after you finish watching football and watch the sports talk. Again, thank you to the best little pork house in Mississippi, 1935 Main Street, Madison, Mississippi, Full Moon Barbecue. Give them a call to place an order, 601-853-1712 for catering, 601-466-7713. And if you contact a caterer and let them know that you heard it on More on the Road, and maybe should throw you some extra cookies or some sweet treats in there, just let them know that you heard it on More on the Road. I also want to thank Monique's Dessert Boutique. Cakes, cupcakes, cookie, muffins, oh my, your sweet treat for your special event, or just want to say that I love you, or congratulations, or outstanding job, or some people give cakes and sadness, or say we're separated. They have different types of messages. So I'm not sure if Monique Dessert Boutique will give the negative message of cakes, but give them a call and they can further assist you with making your selections. I hope that it is a good selection and not a bad selection. Giving somebody a cake to give them a bad message, man, that is something. But we know we have some individuals in this world like that, but definitely give a call. Monique's Dessert Boutique, Facebook as well as Instagram, Purple Velvet Bakery at yahoo.com for more information. Hillcrest Christian School, one family, one faith, one future, 4060 Southside Road in Jackson, Mississippi, 39212, 601-372-0149, or at hillcrestchristian.org. Schedule a tour. Go by, give them a call, and take a look and see exactly what Hillcrest got to offer. A small institution located in the South Jackson, right on the borderline of Byram and Jackson. So definitely swing by and take a look at them and see what they have to offer. And again, we just want to give thanks to those individuals that helped make this show possible. Now, again, we guys have some interesting stuff to speak about because of what is going on in this world. It's a lot going on. It is a lot, and sometimes it is frustrating what you see what's going on. But I'm not going to look at the negative things always. Let's turn some things to some things that are positive. There's some young men and young women that are excelling in school. There's some young men and young women that are receiving athletic scholarship. There's some young men and young women that are receiving academic scholarship. There's some young men and young women that had a promotion at a job. There's a young man and young woman that just gave birth to a bundle of joy. There's a young man and young woman that again got a promotion at their job or doing positive things in the community. There's someone that helped save someone, that provides someone with words of encouragement. So we're not just going to always continue to look at the negative things that's going on in the world. Let's take a look and make news of the positive things. I'm here with you all today to share with you all about what's going on. So that is a blessing. That's a positive thing that God has blessed me with the ability to speak and the technology to go out and share with you all to reach those from abroad, wherever you're located. God has blessings us, so that is a wonderful thing to share. So we let us continue to rejoice and be glad in the things that He is sharing with us. Now, I know you may hear some other music, but we'll have no copyright over the music that is playing. Again, we're here live at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street. Just come and spend some time with you guys as you see some of the workers are walking around. Come in again, get you some barbecue. They have some deviled eggs. They have some, what else? They have some burgers. They have some French fries. They have salads. They have chicken tenders, baked or fried. What else do they have to offer? I know some fish. They have some veggie stuff. So they have different. They have a different variety. So you can log on to the website at fullmoonbbq.com and see what they have to offer. Again, they do cater stuff, and I just received a comment on their catering or how well they did things. They were on time and they had more than enough what they asked. But that is, I know, some of the relationship that you can build with the individuals here at Full Moon. Build a good relationship with them in the rapport, and they can definitely help you out and do what you need to do. But now, back to what we're saying, we have a lot to speak about. Some of it is negative, but some of it can be a positive thing if you can see it. Money changing careers. And what I mean by money changing careers, if you went from making a 5 figure salary and now you're making a 6 figure salary, yeah, that's money changing career. Some of us, we go to school, we get an education to go in a certain profession or a certain career, but things may not turn out that way because I went to school to be an educator. I went to school to teach and coach. That's what my undergrad. That would inspire me. Actually, I can't remember what I wanted to go to school for. At first, when I was in elementary, I wanted to go to school for being an architect because I love to draw and design stuff. But once I kind of got a taste of math, once I reached middle school, with some would consider junior high, kind of felt myself displaced from math, so I kind of had to change career. And then I fell in love with sports and providing information to my fellow classmates. So I said, hey, well, if I want to continue my education, what about coaching? And sometimes, in order to get into coaching, that you have to get into the educational realm. So that's what I chose: physical education. I wanted to teach and coach and learn more about the body. But I did that for a number of years, but my career made a different change, and I'm doing what I'm doing now. And still involved with education and sports because of with more and more sports management. We go out and do some training, and we go out and work some camps and stuff, and provide sporting events and entities. So I'm kind of still in that profession somewhat, but then I received my master's in sports management. That kind of helped me with my leadership skills and how to run organizations and how to better myself in marketing things. And now I'm in the process of continuing on for my doctoral degree in sports leadership as well. Not sports management. Masters. Now I'm working on sports leadership with my doctoral degree. Uh, I completed the application, did all the things I need to do, but I just need to write a personal statement, a reason why I have an issue. Writing is not one of my strong points. And so that is something that I'm have to work on. So I know some things that people are good at writing, some don't. You can give me a topic and I can expound on it, run my mouth about it, but putting pen to paper with it, that's something I'm not the best at doing. So I'm still working on that, but I'm still going to get that information in so I can continue on working on my doctoral degree. I have a few years up under my belt, but I still have some credits that I need to complete to go ahead and receive my doctoral degree. So y'all pray for me as I better myself at writing, and that's what I'm trying to get better at. But I'm still a little afraid and discouraged about it. But I am going to get it done. I feel I got to because I have to get it done. If I'm encouraging others to continue their education, I need to be a man of my word too, as well as continue my education. But with me, I know you felt me kind of touch my chair. But yeah, I got my Full Moon Barbecue.com t-shirt on. This was gifted to me by one of the managers here. So now I'm back in Full Moon. So I definitely want to wear the shirt and show support of that. Hey, we're here provided with Full Moon. So we're here with you, Full Moon. As you can see, Full Moon Barbecue with the the piece of the pig and all that good stuff. I don't know what is what. Sometimes I don't know what to eat. If it's something they're not accustomed to, I'm not going to eat it. But money changing careers. Now, I know in the coaching profession right now, especially at the collegiate level on above, these coaches are making 6 to 7 figures. Now, some say the coaches need to go to this institution, or some say that this coach need to get away from this institution because it's hindering them. How about sometimes certain individuals are at certain entities or institutions because of the love of the game they have and the impact that they're making on the community as well as the young scholars that they're working out. Everybody's not all about chasing the dollar. Everybody's not always about chasing the money, but some analysts and some reporters, some writers would stay informed. I would advise their coach to get it out of right now to go to bigger and greener pastures. But now I'm not going to sit here and knock about the success. But now, what if that coach decide to go to the bigger and greener pastures and they're unsuccessful? And then here come those same individuals stating that they shouldn't have left, no, they should have stayed, no, they weren't ready. It's so many, what ifs and what if that we can state instead of just encourage them to do the best that they can where they're at, doing what they do, something that they enjoy doing. Because I enjoy doing what I do. I do a lot of stuff in the community I enjoy. It's not based off the money, but you still need financial to help live. Especially if you have a family, you need to support your family and support some of the things that they want to do, and have the financial means to support them to continue their education, the materialistic things that they need to go forward in life as well. So you still need it, but don't let that be the main entity or the main reason you're doing what you're doing. Just do it because you have passion for it. Once again, that there are different money changing careers. Because if you look at some professional athletes now, college sports has completely changed. High school sports is on its way, is going to trickle itself down, and you're going to probably have these. I'm not even going to speak about AAU. Man, that's one thing. I got a individual, a young man that I want to talk to. I just got his contact information. I need to get him on the show because he has a special coming out about this stuff dealing with money and college sports now. But some coaches are at some institutions. Yeah, financially, they're not making a lot of money. They're not. And you look at some of the counterparts, like, man, my record or the success that I'm having is much greater than what you're doing. But this is my income, and this is the headaches I have to deal with. You don't have to deal with the headache. And sometimes some people leave those particular places because of the less frustration and less headaches they have to deal with, which is understandable. I definitely understand it, but that's how things go. So don't go around chasing the bucks or the dollar bills. As the old rap song say, more money, more problems. The more you make, it seems like the more problems you're gonna have. Because if you're making a six figure, finna go up to seven figure dollar a year job, and you're not producing, guess what? That's some problems that you're about to go to have. You're about to be looking for another job. If you're making five figures and you're being successful, some people will try to entice you with offering you more money. Some people will look at the individual and say, man, they're silly because they turned down all that money to go to this. Sometimes, again, it's not about the money. It's about the passion that they have and the purpose, the reason why they're doing what they're doing. We can go to a prime example. We've had this young man on a show, not this particular show, but we're talking Sports Live, Marcus Mann, who was drafted by the Golden State Warriors. People say, no, he turned down the contract because God called him to do something. And some people are saying, man, God called you, God put you in a position to be drafted by the Golden State Warriors. God put you in a position to be an outstanding player at Mississippi Valley State, a small division, one AA program. And you saying God got you into the league and God called you away from it, man, that is some explicit words or some explicit choice of words or some degrading words that go along to explain why he did what he did. But Marcus Mann, he obeyed what God, he obeyed the decision that God told him to do what he did. and he has been successful as a pastor. He's been successful as a father and as doing things in the community. So he's doing what God has been doing. Again, it's not all about the money. It's not all about the fame and glory. It's about just doing serving. Serving your purpose. So just support them in what they do. Uh, just ask them, hey man, how can I be a supporter of the decision that you just made? And now if they come to you asking, so what do you think I should do? You provide them your opinion and just let it be. Now if they buy into it, hey, okay, but if they go against it, hey, okay, just still support them if you're a true friend or you're a true family member. But as long as it's not hurting or harming anyone, hey, whatever decision that they make, you probably just need to be in support of. Now, and speaking of that, I want to give a shout out to uh, two players, two young men that I've known. I've seen them grow as athletes, and then seen them grow as young men in the community and to the coaching field. I definitely want to give a shout out to Coach Vincent Dancy, former Jackson State player. Who had opportunity to go to the pros, and he was an outstanding player. Was recruited by some major institutions in the state of Mississippi and some outside, but he chose Jackson State, not because of uh, that the other schools that there were not some good programs. He chose Jackson State because he had ties with Jackson State. He had ties with the SWAC. I knew that his mother was a Jackson State grad, and somebody else in his family was a Mississippi Valley State grad. Somebody else in his family was Alcorn State grad. So you see how he had SWAC ties. But I think he was getting offered from some Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Southern Miss, and some other schools throughout the state and surrounding there. But he chose Jackson State. He had a successful career at Jackson State. I applaud him with that. I was there with him for a few years. He had a successful career at Jackson State, and now he's into the coaching range. He was assistant coach at a few stops, became the head coach at Mississippi Valley State, in which that program was making a stride. He was making stride with those young men, but then he didn't have the resources to help produce good quality athletes that could help them excel in their career. We're gonna put a pin on that. Let's just gonna take a break. We're gonna give shouts out to our sponsors again. Thank you for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Like I said, definitely want to give thanks to those that help make this show possible. More and More Sports Management, nothing but more is the slogan. www.mms-management.com for more information. Talking Sports Live. We're here live every Wednesday at full moon from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us here. If you're unable to join us, you can stream our shows from Talking Sports Live Facebook, TS Live MS, YouTube, X, and Instagram. But if you're unable to catch the social media, you can also tune in on TV to 35 Delu at 10 p.m. after you finish watching football, which is about to come to an end. It's getting close to the end. So definitely tune in and watch the show live on TV 35 Delu, Jackson Metro market area. And also the best little porkhouse in Mississippi. We're here live now, 1935 Main Street, Madison, Mississippi. Contact 601-853-1712 to place an order, or contact the catering for 10 or more meals at 601-466-7713 and ask them what. We'll talk with them and let them know that you heard them more on the road. They'll probably throw you some extra sweets in them. But now the menu that you possibly see online, it is not the same thing that they can cater. So contact that catering and ask them what type of meals they can put together for you. Again, 601-466-7713, or you can log online to look at that catering menu also. But again, something that's on the regular menu, some things that they cater is not on their regular menu. So definitely I'll give them a call and talk about that. Again, Monique's Dessert Boutique, cupcakes, cakes, cookies, muffins, oh my. Follow her on Facebook as well as Instagram, Monique's Dessert Boutique, or email her at purple velvet bakery at yahoo.com. One family, one faith, and one future. Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Sour Road in Jackson, Mississippi. HillcrestChristian.org for more information. Again, definitely want to thank you guys. We're here live at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. And hopefully that they're proud of me because I'm wearing their shirt while we're live on air. But I just want to give shouts out to them because all the support that they have provided to me as well. So definitely got to give support to those to them. But we definitely want to talk to you about, again, I was talking about Coach Dancy, who's at Mississippi Valley State, and then he was offered a position with the Jaguars, I think. Then he transitioned over to the University of Colorado with Coach Prime. And now some people look at Coach Prime. I'm gonna get back to that. Some people look at Coach Prime saying that he was a sellout, or he did some people talk negative about what Coach Prime did. Jackson State was an opportunity for Coach Prime to get into the coaching career. Jackson State provided Coach Prime with that opportunity. Coach Prime has helped Jackson State in so many other ways that some people may look at it that why he did this, he did what he do, but he has helped Jackson State in so many ways. And so, Coach Prime, I thank you for the years of service that you provided to Jackson State, and I do nothing but wish you well at University of Colorado. Now, Coach Dancy went up to Colorado for I want to say 1 or 2 years because yes, he just completed his second season. Now he has moved back to Mississippi and State where he was born to coach at Mississippi State, right around the corner, not too far from his high school. The community in which he grew up, the community which established that young man to be who he is. So, Coach Dancy, congratulations. Definitely will reach out to you so we can get you on the show one day. But man, you go up there and do what you do. I know God has a lot more in store for you. Go up there and do what you are hired to do. Produce some good, productive young men to come out to be successful in society and the community as well. Now, let's look at his former teammate in high school as well as at college, Chris Jones. Like I said, I think he kind of helped Dancy come to Jackson State. They all went to the same high school, Noxubee County High School, which has had a successful football program. Chris Jones was coaching in Noxubee County. Chris Jones was coaching at Kemper County. Chris Jones was coaching at Starkville, and he has won championships at all of those schools, at all of those institutions. And now he has stepped himself into the collegiate level. And now he's the new head coach at Hines Community College, right here in Raymond, Mississippi, to lead in the Hines Eagles football program. Congratulations, Chris Jones, on that, and welcome to the collegiate level. You know that we're here in support of you because you're a Jacksonian, you're a Jackson State alum. You're one of the brothers that help us put Jackson State, continue to put Jackson State at where it is. So, man, congratulations to you guys, man. Much success to you guys. I wish you guys well. You know that we're here, definitely supporting you all, and we're going to do whatever we can help to do to make you guys successful. Now, they're not the only coaches that came through Jackson State. And yes, I'm a Jackson State graduate of class of 2004 as well as 2012. You have Coach Rogers, who's up at Holmes County. You have Coach Zach Grady and Coach Tori Ross, who's at Jim Hill High School. You have Coach Jamie Horton, who's over at Reimagine Prep. Who else? I'm trying. Coach Robert Jacobs, who's down at Raymond High School. Gosh, who else? We have some coaches everywhere, so it's kind of hard to kind of keep away. Coach Blackshot, I think he. Gosh, was Coach Blackshot? I wanted to say he went back home to back in the area of Meridian somewhere, but I'm not sure. But we have a lot of successful coaches that came through Jackson State. So wish you guys well. And then the coach that we have up there now, Coach T.C. Taylor, the new SWAC HBCU National Championship coach up there at the I Love Jackson State University. Congratulations, Coach Taylor and the staff and the Tigers of JSU. Now, let's transition on what we're speaking about coaching. I am on the borderline of this as well. Former NFL players have always came back and coached at HBCUs. It's just a big trend now that you're getting some of the current players that who made a name for themselves to come back and coach at HBCUs. That has been going on for years. So don't think that Coach Prime started that. Coach Prime is not an HBCU. Oh, excuse me. Let me rephrase it. I think he is. Um, it's a small school in Alabama, Spring Hill College. I'm thinking where he completed his collegiate degree. So I think that it's HBCU. I'm not 100%. I think it's Spring Hill College. Coach Prime received his college degree. So that kind of does. Let me take a look at that. So just give me a moment. Spring. Uh, we'll talk that. We'll ask Siri where did Coach Prime receive his college degree from. Okay, so let's search it. So let me see it. Okay, here you go. Talladega College. I don't know why I got Spring here. Yeah, Talladega College in Alabama. But he was a student at FSU, Florida State University, before he uh, transitioned on to the NFL. So yeah, Coach Sanders is a graduate of Talladega College. Talladega is a private black college in Talladega, Alabama. So yes, Coach Prime is a HBCU grad. He's a graduate of Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama. So yes, Coach Prime is a HBCU grad. He received his college degree, his bachelor's degree from Talladega College in Alabama. So congratulations, Coach Prime. Uh, talk about Talladega College is a private historical black college in Talladega, Alabama. It's one of Alabama's over private historical black colleges, offering 17 programs, and Coach Prime received his business administrative degree, in which that's what again he was taking classes, of course, at Florida State when he was a college athlete, but he did not graduate. So now he's a college graduate at Talladega College. So Coach Prime is an HBCU graduate, in which he came back to HBCU school. But you know where the whole dilemma in all this is coming from. You see a lot of professional athletes are getting a star opportunity at HBCU schools. My only issue is my only concern is that why were you not interested in an HBCU school when they was recruiting you out of high school? That's my biggest concern. That's my major concern. I want you interested then. You was like, man, that's a historic man. I'm not trying to go there. And here we go again. Like we stated earlier, money changing careers. Some of those outstanding athletes that chose to go to those major big universities because like I said it was money changing career. It was opportunity to get them to make more money. They were looking for ahead of their future. Yes, again, I'm not knocking that. They were thinking about their future. But if you want to get into coaching, why not go back to those schools that started you with your football career to help you to become a coach? A lot have done that. I've seen a lot done that. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen coaches start what started them. And I can say that's how I started. I didn't start at my particular school that I graduated from, high school. I started at a school in my district. I started coaching at Lanier High School. You can kind of say I was helping out at Jackson State as a student. I was equipment manager, but I was kind of helping out with the coaches, uh, setting up film, watching film, one grading or one coming up strategic plays and stuff. I was more assistant to coaches in other aspects. So you can kind of say, yeah, I started at Jackson State too. But my actual coaching, X's and O's, running drill, I started at Lanier High School. So I applied. I think Coach Longino, Coach Damon Longino, who was a teammate as well as we had a few classes together. I thank him for uh, allowing me to start my coaching career in Jackson at Lanier High School. Then I transitioned on over to Wingfield and finished at Forest Hill. Well, no, I'm not finishing, and as well as continue on. Now I'm coaching basketball over at Hillcrest Christian School. So I'm not knocking the players want to get a coaching opportunity, but some of those coaches that coming in, they don't have a lot of experience in coaching and doing X's and O's. Now, there's some great athletes, as I say, not all great athletes make great coaches. So I'm not knocking what they're doing, but just show some respect for the HBCUs, help them out as much as you can, but continue to try to recruit some of the best players in the state that all those major schools are trying to recruit them. Don't turn away from them and say, hey, well, no, they're being recruited by Ohio State, or they're being recruited by Alabama, they're being recruited by some of the top programs, and then you kind of stay away from them. But not you go in there and sell your institution or your program to those young men. It's not based all about the name, and that's how some see. It's not all about the name. It's all about what you can provide on the field with that name. Because I wanted to go to one of the big institutions because I knew some of the benefits that came along with it. And so that was my mindset. That was my mindset. I want to go to a school that can provide me some with some benefits. But I had other options, were other choices that were more presented to me and said, these are the only choice that you have. But that's another story for another day. And I chose Jack State. I'm glad I did. I learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I've networked. So I'm good. I chose Jack State. So if you're looking for a great institution to continue your education as well as your athletic career, try Jackson State. Check them out. JSUMS.edu. Check them out. 1400 John Allen Street in Jackson, Mississippi. Check them out. Now, but like I said, with the former players like Michael Vick is going to Norfolk State, which he's from Norfolk, Virginia, or that particular area. Why you didn't go to Norfolk State playing football, but you decided to go to Virginia Tech? Still same, it's still in the same area now, but again, it's a whole nother story. What's one guy named Deshaun Jackson at Delaware State? So you get the point where we're going now. I'm not knocking the decision that you guys want to get to coaching again. Don't just have it to be money changing careers. You know, go here and get a start, and then here comes somebody come and knock it, knock, knock, knock. The school offer you more money, say, hey, well, I'm finna go, forget this. Thank you for the opportunity, but I'm gone. And then you don't look back. And see, that's the issue that I have with it. But we're not good enough for you to kind of recruit you, for you to play, for you to go to class, for you to uh, provide you with course classroom coursework. We're not good for you for then, but we got a job open, and then here you come. Hey, no, give me an opportunity. Hey, I'm so and so. Give me an opportunity to come help you guys get my start in coaching career. But again, use your popular guy. It's three P's that my wife would say: your power, your position, and your purpose. I think that's it. Power, position, and purpose to do good for somebody else. Don't just think about self. Think about the other individuals that you're helping out. Now, I know Coach Prime also stated it's not a dying position. I'm not going to die in this position, but some is there for longevity. As you can look at the coach Eddie Robinson, who was at Grambling State a number of years. Coach Joe Paterno, who was at Penn State a number of years. Coach Bobby Bowden, who was at Florida State a number of years. So just look at this stuff. Again, it's all about loyalty and about support and about what you can do. Whew. Again, thank you for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we're all about. Again, we'll learn more information about what we can do. Log on to our website, www.mms-management.com. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Now, I'll continue on in reference to like we was talking about the money changing careers and how the HBCU are there attracting a lot of former professional players to come coach. Let's take your position, your power, and your purpose, and let's do something good for the community. Now, recently here in Jackson, Mississippi, where again I'm located here in Full Moon Barbecue in Madison, Mississippi, 1935. Madison is north of Jackson. It's about a few miles north of Jackson. About I want to say about 10 miles north of Jackson. The Jackson line between Jackson and Madison. The most feasible way is I-55. You have Ridgeland sitting in between Jackson and Madison, but Ridgeland is the next city connects to Jackson from Madison to Hinds County. Now, again, Madison just north of Jackson, a few miles north of Jackson. So what I mean by use your power, your purpose, and your position to help do some stuff in the community is that we have some issues that is going on in our city with our youth in Jackson. So if you're in a particular community or a particular area and you have great influence on how to motivate your players to do good, and how you can continue to motivate your coaching staff to get the best out of the players on the team. Use that same energy to get into the community and talk with these youth because we've had an increase of crime committed by teens. I'm just speaking in Jackson. I can't say about what other areas, but it's probably like that in every city, any major city, especially where there's a high population of teens. Poverty, uh, lack of opportunities, lack of resources. Those are some of the things that we can say that are considered to be the issue of why we're having the crime and why we're having the individuals, the teens do what they do because of lack of resources, lack of opportunities. Now, there's a lot of resource out there. We just have to tap into it. There are a lot of opportunities out there. We just have to go and seek them. Sometimes we want opportunities to be handed to us, like when we go to a restaurant and we place an order and the server bring our food out. That's how some of us want those opportunities. Not all opportunities are that way. So some of the opportunities you have to go seek. Just like some of our teens are seeking out to do wrong, seek out to do what is right. Seek out to do good. Seek out to help make a difference instead of seeking out to doing wrong and seeking out to harming somebody. Now, based off a report I've just read, and I can't give the particular numbers, but just reading the headline that a lot of murders assaults have gone down with, where it has turned into a death has gone down. But it seems like there's more of an increase of robbery. If you want something, go out and work for it. If you don't have it, save your money up, go get a job and earn it. Now, I know our friends here at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street, they are hiring. There are a lot of places that are hiring. So go find you a decent job where that you can go out and make a good income, whereas that you won't have to harm someone, and then you get arrested, and then you're incarcerated, then you go in jail, then you put your family in a lot of distress. You put them in distress because they're worried about your safety. Because once you get into the prison system, sometimes they really just don't care. And so you go out there and you commit a crime, and then you get into prison and serve some time, and then you come home to them, they mistreated you, you scared, you fear for your life. Guess what? You kind of put yourself in that position, and also you kind of put another family position that somebody's scared and fear for their life because of the act in which you committed. So not just look at this thing one way. Let's kind of look at it both ways. So think about that, teens, when you're doing something, and don't be misguided by some naive adult or someone that you consider that's an adult that's over the age 18 or that's over the age 20, 21, that they provide you with information saying, well, let me kind of rewind this a little. Some juveniles are ignorant, some teenagers are ignorant about law or ignorant about situational consequences. Some individuals that are over the age 21 and will provide information to these teenagers and state to them, hey, well, you're a teenager. They're not gonna do anything harmful to you. You go out and commit this crime. This is gonna give you a slap on the wrist. No, that's a flat foot lie. Study the law, young men and young women, before you go out and do something stupid. Just remember, every action there's a consequence, whether it's good or bad. So be mindful of what you do and what action you may take. Don't think that you won't get in trouble compared to if you're an adult. Yes, you will. Go talk to some judges, go talk to some attorneys, and ask them and talk with them, some lawyers, and talk with them about, if someone commits a crime at this age, what can happen. The law has changed a lot, and you hear when judges state they said when you've been charged as an adult, so all that youth and juvenile stuff is thrown out the window. So again, be mindful of what you do. So for those that are listen to this, talk to those teenagers. that they can be held accountable as an adult for the crime that they committed. So don't think that you won't be that you won't get the book thrown at you. Now, for all those teens committing the crime, well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for tuning in to More on a Robo with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management, nothing but more. Again, join us every Saturday from 11 a.m. If things change, you will know because my schedule is very exciting at time. I haven't been here in a while. I've been on the road, traveling, doing a lot of good stuff, exciting things on the weekend. But we're back here. But I want to hold these teens when these teens commit the crime. I want to say the accountability. Who are we holding accountable for their actions? I know some parents or some caregivers, they are unavailable to care for those children that because they have so much other stuff going on. They have to work, they have to put a roof over their head, so they have so much stuff going on, and they're unable to provide care for those individuals. Sometimes they probably ask their grandparents to care for them, which is the parent's mother, or their older sibling to care for them, and sometimes that can be a big mistake. And if the children have no one to care for them, guess what? They're going to go out to the streets, and someone that's of age of as an adult, but don't have the mental state of an adult, but the age of an adult will persuade them or kind of encourage them to do something wrong, and then that's what leads into the crime. Now, I have two meanings of parents again provided by the Oxford Dictionary. The noun, a father or a mother. That's the definition of parent as a noun. But then as a verb, which means that it has to have some action. The act of being a parent to a child means that you're providing for them. And it gives a sentence that all children are special to those who parent them. Now, a parent that is out there caring for their child, that is providing for them, that's what a good parent will do. Now, again, you have some parents that are out there sacrificing, staying up hours and hours throughout the weeknight, providing them before they head, providing food on the table, clothes in their back, and then you have some children still go out and do something stupid because they don't know the sacrifice that those parents are making. Now, I want to kind of get into something quick in reference to coaching. Depending on what sport you coach, you're dealing with a lot of children. I'm gonna go from college on down because the ones that at the pros, those are adults. But I know you may have some 21, 22-year-old college student athletes, but I'm just saying, just go on. Depending on what sport you coach, you're dealing with a lot of children, somebody else's children that come from different backgrounds. Basketball, you're dealing with between 10 to 20 individuals. And then you have your team manager, so add another 25 to it. So you're dealing with 10 to 25 individuals. Depending on what program you're probably dealing with about 30 because you got some extra coaches, you got some student assistants. Again, depending on what program how you are. So you see right there, you're being a parent to those individuals. And so you have to provide them with your learning and your teaching and your tactics so that they can be successful. So there's always someone out there for someone. So the coaches, they deal with a lot. Again, they're dealing with those different attitudes. Then they're dealing with the fans coming down the back. So that's just like a parent. So you got to understand that what some parents what they go through, the sacrifice that they make. And as a coach, you sacrifice it over sometimes your own family. Because if you have children in your household, you spend more time sometimes with your athletes than your own children. And so sometimes we got to understand that the sacrifices that as parents, as a good parent that they make for the children, providing for them. Now, I love that I am a coach as well. And I try to involve my children that I work with as well as my own children, try to involve them with what I do and try so that we can definitely be there together and they see that no, dad is not out doing nothing wrong. Dad is out providing for you guys. But as a coach, you have to continue to show your players or your teams the same love that you expect as a parent. Just like I tell my parents of the young men that I coach or the young ladies that I coach, I'm gonna treat your child as if it was my own. So yes, I'm gonna discipline them, and if they say I fuss at them, yes, I did. I'm not gonna sit and say I did not fuss at them. But again, I'm gonna respect them just as if they're my child also, and I'm gonna discipline them as if they're my own children also. So parents, just be mindful. Don't try to interfere when the coach is coaches. But now, if he's doing things that are degrading or harming somebody, then that's why I say parents, you need to step in. Now, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna beat your children. I mean, beat my players just as I discipline my child. No, I'm gonna correct them. I'm gonna correct them in ways that I see that is still fit for correction. Again, I'm not gonna try to put my hands on them in a bad way. I'll put my hands on, give them a hug and give them a high five, shake the hand, or give them a pound, show them some love. But I'm not gonna put my hands on them in a way where I'm trying to hurt them because that's that's not right. But as the word says, spread the rod, spoil the child. No, some people definitely stand up on that. But no, will not put my hand on the child for hurt, harm, or any type of harmful way. So parents, be there for their children. If you see that they're going in the wrong direction, kind of straighten them out into the direction they need to be. But when a parent throw their hands up and say, "Hey, I'm done," that's when they do that. Parents say, "I'm done with them." They're not done. They still gonna show some love for them, but they kind of holding back on certain things from you. So kids, show some respect to your parents. Come on now, I know some of them making sacrifices that they staying up all night. Someone about to pull their hair out because they're so stressed and tired of working at a job. Some of them that they don't too much care about the support that they may have, but they enjoy doing what they're doing. But they don't care about the support that they may have because they're trying to better themselves to get a money changing career again to help support the structure what they need. So once they retire, they can sit back and say, "Hey, I did my job and I relaxed." But I want to thank you guys for joining us here live at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street. Definitely come on out. As you can see, that you have some patrons in here getting their grub on right now, getting their grub on and eating here. It's not full. I said it just opened up at 10:30, so now people still trying to get out the bed and get themselves together as well, so they can go ahead and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. I know it's a little chilly. It is 40 something degrees right now here, and the Jackson metro area is supposed to get up to a low 70 with breezy winds, so it's gonna feel in the 60s once you get the breezy winds. But definitely go out and enjoy this beautiful Saturday. Have fun. Just enjoy life. Stop stressing out about stuff. And teenagers, and I'm not just being just a teenager. Stop doing stupid stuff, man, because we're trying to enjoy the fruits of our labor, the land that God has blessed us with. No, we got it's just so much stuff going on right now, man. Just sit down, chill out, and have fun. Because I know some other things that I want to speak about the business in the city and the growth in the city. Now, I know there's a lot going on in Jackson. A lot of business are leaving Jackson. As I was traveling up to Full Moon, I saw a business building a new spot here in Madison County. Guess where their current spot is? It's in Jackson. As I continued to travel up this way and move around, I saw some other business build a new business in this particular area or along the route. Guess where the business was? It was in Jackson. So I'm not pointing fingers at the Jackson leaders, not pointing fingers at no one, but I'm advising that if you want a city to continue to grow, in Jackson, yes, I'm a Jackson born and raised in Jackson, excuse me, born and raised in Jackson. So those individuals that are empowered, the residents, the cities, everybody, if you want Jackson to continue to grow, we probably need to do some things, change some mindsets, some things. Uh, we can make Jackson back to where it was. Jackson is the capital, the state capital. Jackson is the capital of the state of Mississippi. Jackson holds a lot of business. The mayor, the governor's house is in Jackson. The city, a lot of courthouses in Jackson. Jackson is in the midst of two major highways, Interstate 20 and Interstate 55. 55 can take you north and south from up to Tennessee all the way down to Louisiana. 55 take you all the way up to north to Chicago into Chicago, Michigan. I know that's what we take when we're going to Michigan. Interstate 20 can take you from Georgia all the way to California. So you see, it's a major intersection from the north and the south, and from the east and west. A lot of people come through the state of Mississippi traveling through. So coming through Jackson, the intersection is right here in Jackson. So leaders and those in position to make they can help make the city back great again. Uh, just be mindful of what we're doing. Work together, move out the selfishness out the way, so we can build Jackson back up. Because I don't like want to see the Metro Center, a big empty building just sitting there, dilapidated. Where I spend a lot of my time there at the Metro Center, shopping and walking around and playing video games. But I heard that they have a movie studio that they're doing in one of the department stores, so that's a good thing. And what else? The old Home Depot and Office Depot. I think they turned the Home Depot to a storage facility now. But that area is just sitting there, and there's plenty of inventory there for someone to build up something nice to help develop another community, or to have a business here that's looking to establish it in a great area. Well, so we can take all the way down Highway 80 from Clinton all the way to Flowood, to the Pearl of Flowood, one of them. There's a lot of inventory there that will let it lose its value, and then it is coming down, and then it has become a place where the individuals that have nowhere to go to just sit here and become an eyesore. Come on, my people of Jackson. Come on, we have to get it better. We have to do better. We have to make a change. And so if we want the city to continue to grow, we need to bring our business back, and we need to patronize our business. We need to support our business. We need to support each other and all that we do, so that we can definitely help make Jackson grow. Because there's some things that I'm about to do in Jackson. I'm gonna need your support. I'm asking for your support. But we're putting some things together. I have a few more meetings after 10. We're putting some things together. So it's gonna be some lot of stuff that I'm doing in 2025 and centered around Jackson. And it's going to involve sports, because that's what my heart and passion is. So much love to you guys, and I thank you guys for your support. Again, we're here live at Fort Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street. Come on in and grab you some brisket, uh, pulled pork and pulled stuff and chicken and all the other good stuff here at Fort Moon Barbecue. Or just come down and sit down and relax in a nice environment. Watch some games from TV. Basketball is on. Got a few bowl games going on, so definitely come on down to Fort Moon and grab your bite to eat. But now it's time for me to grab me a bite to see and get my Fort Moon Barbecue shirt on. Hopefully, that said them up. Well, I'm gonna kind of put my jacket on, because last time I had my shirt on and I walked through here, one of the guests said, "Hey, excuse me, can you give me this?" I don't work here. I kind of set it on my mind, but I still helped out, because that's just the type of individual that I am. I would still help the young lady out with what she was going on. I went to the counter, asked for her, and I delivered it to her. And I told the manager, they said, "Hey, people think I'm working here," but I can go back there and flip a burger, or flip the rib and put some sauce on the rib for you. But hey, it's no problem. But thank you guys for tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Murther, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Now it's time for me to get out of here. Go grab me something to eat from here from Full Moon, and head on to the house and sit down and relax and enjoy this Saturday before we get take it all into Sunday and sit back and watch some football. So go home and watch some bowl games and some basketball. Learn some few plays, because we got a game coming up soon. So, man, much love to you guys. I see you guys when I see you guys on the road. If you stop by, again, I don't know where I'm going to be at next Saturday, so ain't no telling. So just show me some love. Don't send me a chat if you want me to come patronize your business and support your business. Again, hit us up on the website, and we'll definitely come on out and do that, or send me a message via chat here. We'll get hooked up. All my information is on the website, but you know how to get there. But I want to say Happy New Year's to you guys. This is my first show of the year, and we're here live at Full Moon. So thank you guys for your support. Much love to you guys.